other refined, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was all right. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Been down so long, getting up didn't cross my mind. That was a better way of life, and I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do until you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to make a woman that's weak. Oh, across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street, you can find it all in the street. Hey, brother, there's a better way out. Snorting that coke, shooting that dope, man, you're copping out. Take my advice, it's either live or die. You got to be strong, gonna survive. The family on the other side of town will catch hell without a ghetto around. In every city you find the same thing going down. Harlem is the capital of every ghetto town. Yeah, across 110th Street, she's trying to catch a woman that's weak. Oh, across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street, you can find it all. Across 110th Street. I'm done.
time to loosen up a little bit, right? So where do we begin? How you guys doing? I got to get the time back up on the screen, man. 4:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January the 8th, 2021. I'm T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com, and we cover every single major fight live. You know what? This right here, this was beautiful, though. Why would Leo throw the same punch 3 times? Hold on. Here we are. This was pretty, though. Let's watch it again in slow motion. You think this is going to happen to King Rye? He been talking some heavy shit lately. This was beautiful. My God. Ooh. You know, I damn near cried. I damn near cried for Leo. Damn, Leo. And he just be down there. Like, he was down there fucked up. Poor guy. So listen, let me tell you something. I'm kind of on the fence here. Because Ryan Garcia is good. He's got the goods. But I'm not ready to say that he can beat a Teofimo Lopez or a Tank Davis or a Lomachenko. Now, Lomachenko's been on some bullshit, I do admit. But let's not forget, that man is extremely talented. Don't disrespect don't disrespect his skills. However, Ryan Garcia is the money A-side right now. He brings in the ratings. He brings in the viewership. He brings in the social media views. I'm just trying to figure out, how do they fuck it up? How do they fuck it up? Tank Davis put out a tweet a few days ago. What was it, a tweet? What did he put it out at? Apparently, I missed it. That Tank Davis put something out saying that the fight is done. According to Ryan Garcia, Haymon talked to his manager, one of his managers. So there's so many things logistically that I just think, like, where does the fight happen? Does it happen on the DAZN? Does it happen on Showtime pay-per-view? What's Ryan Garcia's situation with the DAZN? They put a lot of motherfucking stock into him, so you would think that they want to keep him on the DAZN and have Tank Davis come over to the DAZN. The DAZN will be guaranteed money. If it's pay-per-view, it'll sell, but how much will it sell? It'll be watched by hundreds of thousands, but how many hundreds of thousands is going to stream it? Remember, Ryan Garcia's fan base, his demographic, they know how to stream. In fact, I did a Google Trends the other day, and try it yourself. Go Google Trend Ryan Garcia free, or Ryan Garcia free stream. You see that shit shoots through. So imagine his ratings, and imagine how many people, are illegally streaming his fights. So, excuse me. I guess what I'm saying is this. I want to believe it, and I want to believe it's because of COVID and the networks are cracking down. I want to believe that Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia is next. There is some writing on the wall that it's going to be next. But it's hard to believe. I'm jaded. Because they'll do some shit like this. They'll say, all right, well, what we're going to do is Ryan Garcia fight Lohoy Linares, and Tank Davis fights whoever the fuck, and then they fight later on this year, and then one of them loses. Unless the DAZN and the WBC intervenes, I don't think it's going to be Devin Haney. Devin Haney's saying he's returning in April. Devin Haney has 2 mandatories. Ryan Garcia first, and then Javier Fortuna second? Or is it Fortuna first and Ryan Garcia second? Either way, the broadcaster of the DAZN and the WBC wants the biggest money fight. But what is you shouldn't be allowed to defend an interim title, especially when the regular title champion is available. And by the way, WBC, y'all on some bullshit. You know they got 3 belts now, right? Because they have doubled down, and what was it on the Boxing Voice? Where Teofimo is undisputed. That franchise championship counts as undisputed. So Devin Haney's got his title and Ryan Garcia's got his title. You got 3 belts now, WBC? Bullshit. Trash, man. Trash. And Ryan Garcia, he's doing his part. He's talking the shit. He's talking the sass. He's talking this ass. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on, wait, let me read the chat. Who's? Fortuna is the first mandatory. Is that confirmed? I had the email. I just didn't read that shit. I gotta be honest with you. Is that confirmed? Or you just guessing? Huh? I'm cool with Haney Fortuna. But who is Tank Davis going to fight next? You think they're going to dial it back? After all, he did get dropped by Luke Campbell. You think they're going to dial it back, or do you think they're going to go for the money and do the Tank Davis fight? But once again, where does it happen? And I think it's pretty simpletonish, if that's a word, to be like, well, Showtime should get it. It should be on pay-per-view. What do you think the DAZN has to say about that? And also, how would a dual, people have been talking about dual broadcast. How would a dual broadcast work with a streaming service in the States that's $20 versus a pay-per-view that's $75? And don't be surprised if pay-per-views go up to $80. UFC did it. They're at $70 now. I'm kind of upset about that. I got to buy UFC pay-per-views every month, man. Them shits are expensive, but still, I get the money back, but still. You think they cap? And I think they're capping too, man. They're going to marinate it. I think they are too, man. Boxing be on some bullshit like that. Sometimes they wait too long. I see Jorge Linares next. Ryan is the first mandatory. Listen, no, there shouldn't. An interim champion should be the first mandatory. That belt shouldn't exist. It's just boxing is so fucked up and fans enable this crap. You know, and also with some of the statements Ryan Garcia has been making, you know, we can kind of see what kind of champion he's going to be. The belts are not going to, you know, the belts don't mean nothing. Here, let me pull up a quote here. Let me pull up a quote for you here. It's crazy, man. Well, here's one. Devin Haney or Mauricio Suleiman saying Teofimo Lopez is undisputed despite him being a WBC champion. He says one thing in one interview, another thing in another interview. Yo, the WBC, they on some bullshit for real. These belts, man, and they make it worse. He was with...
Gunner forever is into dark-ass freak shit like this. Donating $2 surely a degenerate. Disgusting. T. Garcia is A-side and Tank is B-side.
Thanks, bro. Kind of scared me there. Fucking Oscar. Kind of lost my train of thought. Hold on. What was I saying? Well, for the fight to happen, Tank Davis is going to be... Tank Davis is going to be the A-side. I understand what you're saying financially. Tank Davis is going to be the A-side. I'm sorry. It's going to be Davis versus Ryan Garcia, not the other way around. Or the fight's not going to happen. I can guarantee you that right now. So let's just leave that part alone. But thank you for the super chat, bro. So here's what Ryan Garcia had to say on the Sirius XM Boxing with AK and Barack. Belts don't mean anything nowadays. I could take somebody off the street, and if I play it politically correct, I'll make them a champion. People know who the best fighters are. Devin Haney needs to fight Teofimo Lopez, and I'll fight the winner. By the way, Teofimo Lopez is looking like he's going to be fighting his IBF mandatory in George Kambosos Jr. Remember, Teofimo doesn't have a WBC mandatory. He's above that. He's like a super champion. He is a super champion. He's the franchise champion. And the WBA, we know how they work. They're not going to order him to fight anybody. So as it stands right now, Teofimo Lopez only has what? One mandatory? And who is close to being the WBO mandatory on that side? It's just a bit frustrating, you know, because I'm tired of these fighters blowing smoke. Now, if the fight happens, of course I'm going to be here covering it. But it's hard, man. It's hard to believe. And I want to believe. Shit. Here, let me pull up this clip from Ryan Garcia from the Mike Tyson. Let me pull it up for you. Let it play through. Hold on 1 minute. Where's the video at? You know, I want to believe. I want to believe. I got Virgil Ortiz over Maurice Hooker. Somebody on social media said that, I don't know if it's true.
Mad shit.
Oh my God. Hold on, let's go here. Let's go this way. Is this way? By the way, I'm working to get rid of that fucking glitch sound. Trust me, guys, I'm working. So all this shit is still like kind of brand new. That's why I saw janky looking a little bit, like with the fonts and everything, but we're getting there. So here, let's let this play through. Yo, it's a lot of pressure on Tank Davis, though, and Al Haymon to make this fight.
I got Tank on his phone. You want him?
Yeah, Tank.
Oh my God.
I love you. This nigga talking mad shit over here, Tank. Look at this nigga, Tank.
2 rounds, baby. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. You're going to sleep.
He got dropped by somebody that can't even hit.
Oh, don't worry. You can. Hey, yeah, hit me with that shot. You're gonna need a stairmaster, boy.
Yes.
If I would have hit him, you know I would have killed him after that.
Hey, keyword.
Oh.
Keyword. Would've. If.
Can your next fight be with this nigga, man? Talk to the world, Tank.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight him.
Tap that
I'm
green.
gonna fight no nothing. Fight him next.
There it
You
is.
gotta fight all shit, the whole world, man.
It's set in stone now, baby.
So the fight's gotta happen. It's gotta happen, man. You can't let nobody talk to you like that. And you know, one thing I like about Tank Davis, what I found out was, it was some I think he deleted the tweets, but he really wanted Tevin Farmer. He was really pushing Al Haymon and PBC and his handlers to make that fight. I believe that Tank Davis, like, he really, really, really wants to make the fight. But will it happen, though? Yeah, well, Ryan's been everywhere. You know, he's a social media star, so you know he's doing what he got to be doing. But as I said, I think that maybe he should dial it back a little bit, you know, because he did get dropped by Luke Campbell. And I'm pretty confident Tank has a very, very high, I'm not going to say very, very, but he has a high ring IQ from what I've been studying from Tank and watching him. He's a very smart boxing brain, yo. So when it comes to that, I think that Tank Davis, even though he had some issues with Gamboa, but who's the dude? Fighters have bad nights. But I think that, yo, if Tank Davis touch Ryan Garcia, he going down, bro. There is the height difference, of course.
Like cat piss.
I gotta turn that down. What up, Donnell? Yo, you want to start going to
Donald
fights, bro?
Haynes has just donated $5. It smells of cat urine somewhere. Is it you? I bet it is. How would Ryan Garcia be a side when they would likely be fighting for Tank's WBA belt? I would like to see how Floyd and Oscar would negotiate.
Very true, because remember, you can't, that WBA interim belt, you can't unify an interim and a W, but then again, Tank's belt is bullshit too at 135. He's got the WBA World, and Teofimo's got the WBA Super World. But that is true. They will likely, but that WBA World belt, is it over the interim? Which one means more, the WBA World or the WBC interim? I would think the World. Interesting. And yes, the pettiness between Floyd and Oscar. Can you imagine how unprecedented that will be to see Floyd and Oscar in the same building or even Leonard Ellaby on the same stage in a co-promoting event? Now remember, fuck them. Let's be honest with you. Al Haymon pulls the strings. If Al Haymon tell them to get it done, they're gonna get it done. And according to Ryan Garcia, Al Haymon made the call to Ryan Garcia. The world title's over the WBC interim, right? So it would be for Tank's belt. Yeah, there you go. Because either way, both Haney and Haney and Lopez are talking to moving up to 140. So either way, Ryan Garcia, whichever one way he goes, or the winner would be elevated. Only one fighting for the... I don't know, it's weird, man. It's too many fucking belts, right? It's too many fucking belts, man. It makes me sick. one of the PBC announcements. I've been waiting. You know how PBC does, especially with Showtime. They like to announce all of their fights, especially for like the... Bro.
Gunner forever is into dark-ass freak shit like this, donating $2 surely a degenerate. Disgusting. The same way Nello was A-side versus Smith. Hashtag superstar.
I can't say that because Ryan Garcia is not Canelo. You see what I'm saying? Tank Davis, especially with Al Haymon involved, think about it. Tank Davis is going to be, and with Floyd Mayweather, Tank Davis is going to be the A-side, or the fight's not happening. It's not going to be, I mean, yes, overall, in my opinion, financially, Ryan Garcia is the A-side, but on paper, when it comes to the event, the posters, Al Haymon and Mayweather not having that. It's going to be Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, you know, with a Mayweather Promotions and Golden Boy in association with Golden Boy, not the other way around. But as I was saying, Showtime, remember, Showtime usually announces their schedule like in bulk. They'll be like, this is our winter spring schedule. By the way, Adrian Broner is supposed to be fighting a Pedro Campo. And is that going to be on the same card as Brazil and Alawali? So yeah, Adrian Broner's returning. It's not Ivan Radcatch, it's Pedro Campo. So I'm guessing it's to get a little bit of money in his pockets. Yeah, they're accepting credentials, bro. I got a couple, you know, I can't go to fights anymore, unfortunately. If I do, I'm trying to go to one, but I'm not legally, I can't go anywhere. That's whack. My job. But yeah, on to the next question. Well, the next topic. So let me pull up the rankings so I know what the hell is going on, because I'm a little bit lost. So I'm trying to get back into the boxing mood, man. I've been living real good, man. Life is awesome. So having like this January off, next week I'm off, but I am going to cover the UFC event because it's on free TV, ABC. And UFC 250, what is it, 258? Lord, I'm so behind. I am covering that. And then, of course, you have Showbox, and then you have fights from the 23rd on. I'm looking forward to the Caleb Plant and Truax card, even though I think it's a bullshit fight. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. So let's pull up the rankings here. The Canelo fight in Mexico is not happening. Canelo wants to fight in February against Avni Yildirim in Mexico. So they're looking for another destination because of COVID. Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, that seems to be close. Interesting enough, we're trying to find out, me and my colleague Big J was just talking about if it's going to be in Australia or not. If it's in Australia, then we planted a nice big-ass flag in Australia, so he's going to be getting to that fight. If it's in Australia, Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos is IBF mandatory. Interesting enough, here, let's pull up the rankings real quick. Look at this. How I do it? Let's see. Can y'all see that? Do I have to zoom in? Let's get the chat off the screen. Oh man, I done messed it up, y'all. Well, I'm still working out the kinks, all right? So just give me a minute. I'm trying to make sure you can see damn it, a clean version of the screen. Just give me a minute, all right? Give me a minute. All right, there we go. All right. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Let's do this. 11. There we go. Lord, I didn't zoom in. Well, anyway, Ryan Garcia and Lomachenko are Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, and look at the top three of the WBO rankings. Lomachenko will likely end up being a WBO mandatory, yo. Teofimo right now only has one mandatory in George Kambosos. I think that Teofimo could end up with 2 mandatories this year. You a damn fool if you think the WBO don't want that belt back on Loma. $135 is pretty top heavy. Yo, I think that the WBO is going to make Loma the mandatory. I think they're going to do that. Devin Haney Fortuna in April. Is it going to be Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia versus Jorge Linares in March or April? Or is it going to be May? Nah, it ain't going to be May. Canelo is May. Probably be April, right? You ain't taking... Canelo ain't fighting May and God knows how long, too. Yeah, the WB, I don't even talk about them. Don't get me started on them. With fucking Rolly Romero. By the way, you think Luke Campbell is a journeyman now or a gatekeeper? Not a journeyman. He's like a gatekeeper now. They got to be realistic, man. He may not ever get to this. I don't think he's ever going to get to this level again. He can't compete with those top guys, those young guys anymore. Haney's a WBC champion, but that's just Fight News rankings. They're only recognizing, I'm guessing they're only recognizing Teofimo Lopez on their website. I mean, Haney has it's fucked up what they did to Haney, though. Because he was Loma's mandatory. Then they made Loma the franchise champion. Then he's not going to get Ryan Garcia because of the interim bullshit. It's just, man, they fucked it up. But Haney did have an injury, though, that kind of messed things up for him, too. By the way, do me a favor, take your time out, like the video, please subscribe if you haven't. Tonight, probably like another hour, I want to do something different. I want to play some video games. I want to play some Fight Night. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really going to do it tonight. I want to play like some Fight Night. Maybe some Red Dead or some Resident Evil or some UFC or something, you know? You want to play some Madden? That's your shit? I ain't played Madden since like Madden 09. I ain't going to even lie to you. So don't get me started. Why doesn't Luke Campbell move up to 140? He would be food. Secret ass food for whoever's up there. Get his shit pushed in by Josh Taylor? Is that what you want? Is Regis Prograis versus Broner happen? Well, according to some tweets from Regis Prograis, it was in the works. Not next, I'm guessing sometime in 2021. Could still possibly happen. I think, you know, Broner's going to have a 3-fight 2021. I think this fight that he's fighting against this Pedro Campo guy is just to get him out of debt, get a little money in his pocket. Yeah, I got Resident Evil 7 on Steam, too. Campbell at 140? Bro, against who? He might even have some issues with Jose Cepeda. Nah, bro. Pablo Cesar Canoes would give him problems. By the way, Arnold Barboza Jr. has signed with MTK Global. They are making their move. Y'all think that he can compete at 140? I don't know, bro. When is Wallen versus Brazil? I don't know yet. I forgot the date that they would say it was being rumored. What is it? February? Y'all want to see him get his shit fucked up, huh? Y'all want him to move up? Okay. Okay. Nothing, chilling. I'm waiting for some boxing to come back, man. I need some combat sports in my life. Shit. Need some combat sports in my life. Yeah, I got my jammies on. My jammy jams. Who? Arnold Barboza? I like Barboza. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders believes or trusts that Canelo fight is really going to happen next with everything's going on. But Andrade got to do some shit. Apparently, Andrade is dropping his belt, though. Andrade is on his way to 168. And Golovkin, if he wants Canelo, he's going to have to want to go to 168, too. And also, Canelo said he's not going down to 160 for no Errol Spence. According to The Athletic, Al Haymon offered Canelo a 3-fight, $75 million deal, one of them being, the first being Jamal Charlo at 166 catchweight. So we know, he would entertain, some type of catchweight. Yeah, I got another video on the Capitol tomorrow, probably tonight, but depends. I broke down my whole man cave, so I've been really, really busy the last couple of weeks. And also I go to court against these toxic feminists who stole my child January the 26th. You should see the crazy video I put out earlier. I got more of them coming out. Time, motherfucker, for them to be exposed. I'm tired of that bullshit. Fucking toxic ass dickheads. Taking people kids and shit and expect motherfuckers just to be quiet. I don't think Canelo Spence happening anytime soon either. By the way, I've been hearing a lot of chatter, man, from multiple sources, is that multiple networks, and Eddie Hearn has even talked about it, about the DAZN. Multiple networks, like, they're fed up. They're like, listen, we're not going with the bullshit in 2021. Make these motherfuckers fight or they don't get no dates, Let's look. Here's something interesting. Let's see if you start seeing Al Haymon fighters fighting on the DAZN, because there's not enough dates, man. He's got a lot of fighters, bro. They got to start getting dates, man. Tisha, remember when the 140? God damn it, the chat's moving too fast. Let me read it over here. Tisha, remember when the 140 pounds are soon going to be scattered? Well, yeah, they are. You took my after Ramirez versus the winner of Ramirez, Taylor, is supposed to be moving up. Thanks, S. Hugh. I don't even know how to say your name, but thank you, man. Canelo Bivol? I don't see it happening, man. Actually, no. Which one? No, Bivol's at 140, 175, but he's been entertaining moving down to 168. The cash is there for who? I love MMA. I'm a Dana White guy. I got to be honest with you. I love his approach on the sport. Like, he no nonsense, man. Man, like I said, this bullshit. Like, let me tell you something. PBC had some fucked up cards. The pay-per-view ones I loved. But the Fox ones, the Showtime ones were good. I like the Showtime cards. But the Fox ones, what the fuck were they doing? Ill. Top Rank had some bad ones due to COVID, but at least they tried. Eddie Hearn tried. He got some fucking stinkers too. Some of them fight camp joints. But I was extremely disappointed in PBC cards. Because they had like A sides versus Q sides. And it's like, bro, like, and I understood the business point of it because, the fighters are guaranteed a lot of money. So therefore, it's not enough money left for the undercards and shit and the B side or whatever side of the main event. I thought when we were getting Charlo versus Harrison 1, Charlo versus Harrison 2, I thought or Harrison Charlo 2, those type of fights, I thought that was going to be what they were going to be doing. But they went worse than they were 2-3 years ago. Crazy. Poor old Kate Abdo over on the DAZN now. I liked her, with PBC. I liked the PBC Inside Boxing Show. T, what do you think about creating tournaments and weight classes like the Super 6 weight class? I don't know. I'm not really down with tournaments. You know why? Because sometimes with injuries and everything, they take too long to complete. But at least you do know who's going to be fighting who, and you can create storylines. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. And shout out to Canelo for fighting Yildirim because he could have just been made WBC franchise for the 168 too. It looks like to me he don't want to be franchised until he wants to be like full legitimate undisputed champion. And Caleb Plant, I'm not high on Caleb Plant because I didn't rate Uzkata guy that highly because I didn't rate Andre Dirrell that highly since his injury. Since the Super 6 tournament, speak of the devil. So I'm sorry. I like Caleb Plant, but I don't rate him that highly, man. He hasn't really done anything to me. Like, really, really, really had that win to be like, yo, he's fucking nice. All I'm seeing right now is just like window shopping. That's what I'm looking at. Like, yo, it looks nice. Well, you know, we gonna see, you know? I'm not talking about motherfucking Terrence Crawford, Bob Bear, and Errol Spence. This is not that channel. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. I don't want to, no. I don't want to talk about no motherfucking Wilder every fucking day. I'm not doing that shit. Shit. I am do a Wilder video, though. I haven't done one in like 2 motherfucking months. But no, ew. Ha! Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Wilder videos. Ew. So, yeah. I think Sergey Kovalev's going to get beat up. I was so disappointed in him, man, when I found out, like, he beat that woman up and what he did to that damn dog. I think he's going to get beat up, though. I think he's done. Fucking stupid-ass Kovalev. By the way, Big Baby Miller is back. Well, not back, but he supposedly is enrolling in VADA 24/7. Nice. If he does come back, how much would it bet he gonna come back skinny as shit or like super gassed? Nah, I don't smoke blunts, man. I got my little reefer joints around here somewhere, but that's for later. Gotta start dinner. I'm making rabbit this weekend, rabbit stew. Isn't that crazy? Damn shame what they did to that dog, man. He kicked him. The dog was trying to protect his master, and Kovalev punted him. Like boom, fucking ugly ass dog. Who is the 135-pound champion? Teofimo Lopez. Big Baby got an interview with who? There all night where? Let me read the chat. See what you degenerates talking about. Naming these weak-ass fighters. What y'all talking about, man? I'm out the loop. Y'all arguing? Kovalev is the underdog in that fight. He should be. No, I got my little papers, man. I can't do that. I can't smoke anything that has like tobacco in it. I got more videos of doing the Capitol Hill shit. You see, they've been locking people up on TV. They've been locking all of them up. The Q Shaman. The motherfuckers are crazy, man. They really stormed that motherfucker. What the fuck? Crazy. So why does Haney and Ryan walk around with the same belt? Bro, listen, we already talked about that. The shit is crazy to me too, man. Let me fix my chair. The shit is crazy to me too, man. Mayweather versus Logan Paul, you know what? That's my girl birthday too. So I'm going to be covering that fight on the road. I paid for it. I paid my $25 for it. Because now it's like $60. And if you buy it like closer to the fight, it's going to be like 80 or some shit. So I paid $25 for that. I purchased it. I think it was Christmas or the day before. Crazy shit, man. Send what? Here, let me pull up this clip real quick. Fucking Mike Tyson, man. Funny as shit. By the way, the DAZN's on my shit list. They flagged my video, so I sent them this scathing ass email. Like, bro, stop fucking with my videos. I'm interested though to see how they fuck this shit up. I'm interested though, that's for sure. Meaning Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, or excuse me, Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Campbell, if you do not accept this fight, then I'm going to let the people beat Luke Campbell. If you do not accept this fight, then I'm going to let the people know that your legacy is forever tainted in my eyes and the people's eyes. and I'm going to let that be known right after my fight. If you do not accept the fight next, your legacy is forever tainted. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you make $1 billion. Nobody will remember you. I make it very clear.
Is this fight like, have you had a conversation with Eric Gomez and Oscar? Yo, send him an offer. I really want to fight him. Like, has that conversation happened yet?
I've been having conversations for a while. You know what I mean? I like when Javante made that comment, I'll let it be known. When he made that comment, who I talked to before the fight, I talked to Al Haymon, but not on I'm gonna fight Javante. It was just a simple good luck, champ, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Javante tried to make it seem like I said, oh, that contract. I didn't say none of that. All he said was good luck. That was all.
Well, who made that phone call with you and Al Haymon? Was it you or did he call you?
No, he called my advisor, Lupe Valencia. But but it's not even on. We weren't even talking about the fight. We're just talking. Right. We're talking about good luck, champ. That was it. So Javante, he don't even know what went on in that phone call. But I'm gonna talk to Oscar. I believe Sunday. Sunday, I'm gonna have dinner with him. We're gonna sit down, and Oscar is behind it. Trust me, Oscar knows I'm gonna knock out Tank. You seen what he said before the fight? Ryan Garcia is gonna walk through Tank.
So what do y'all think about that? Why would Al Haymon be calling? Obviously he's scouting, and is in that night not some type of tampering or what's the deal with that? Why would Al Haymon be calling? Yeah, I just was smoking some pot. Why would Al Haymon be calling? Seriously, think about that. Let's run this back a little bit. Listen to it again. This is from the AK and Barack show. You can watch it on the DAZN. By the way, I'm going to get some promo codes from the DAZN, even though, we're kind of beefing right now. But I do beta test for them. But I'm going to get you guys some promo codes for those who don't have the DAZN. Maybe get you some, 1 month free or some shit. I'm also thinking about doing something for the moderators. Y'all ever hear a Discord? I'm thinking about doing something where we can all watch the fights together. I'm thinking about putting cameras all down here in my man cave. So trying to do something innovative so we'll all it's not going to be like a live fight stream like everybody else is doing, but it's going to be like you're going to see me working and covering the fight. I'm working on something. So I have the technology. I got a whole supercomputer and all that shit. But let's listen to this again though. What does this mean? Because why would Al Haymon be calling?
How serious, Ryan, for those who tuning in, Ryan Garcia on with us, is this fight? Have you had a conversation with Eric Gomez and Oscar? Yo, send him an offer. I really want to fight him. Has that conversation happened yet?
I've been having conversations for a while. You know what I mean? I when Javante made that comment, I'll let it be known. When he made that comment, who I talked to before the fight, I talked to Al Haymon, but not on I'm gonna fight Javante. It was just a simple good luck, champ, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Javante tried to make it seem like I said, oh, that contract. I didn't say none of that. All he said was good luck. That was all.
Well, who made that phone call with you and Al Haymon? Was it you or did he call you?
No, he called my advisor, Lupe Valencia. But but it's not even on. We weren't even talking about the fight. We're just talking. Right. We're talking about good luck, champ. That was it. So Javante, he don't even know what went on in that phone call. But I'm gonna talk to Oscar. I believe Sunday. Sunday, I'm gonna have dinner with him. We're gonna sit down, and Oscar is behind it. Trust me, Oscar.
I met Al Haymon before at the Barclays Center. It was Amir Khan versus Chris Algieri, and it was Danny Jacobs versus Sodro Mora. He got this long-ass stride and these long-ass, skinny-ass fingers. He could palm the rock. You could tell he probably can dunk, too, or probably used to. And then I read a story, funny enough, that he did used to be this crazy hooper in college with this big-ass fro. But yeah, I was frozen, oh shit, motherfucker, you real. And he be wearing these old ass suits, Men's Warehouse, so he could tell motherfuckers be rich, man. You can tell he would wear them suits that you can tell they're all they're so how something's been a suit's been ironed and pressed so much that it has that sheen on it. That it's it's not new, but it's so finely taken care of. That shit. But anyway. Yeah, but we gonna see, man. because they already like then got everybody all hyped. Haymon about 6'3". He is. He about 6'3". We the same height, but he real long and skinny. Little motherfucking, you can tell you're old here because he got the little chains on and shit, like wrist bracelets and shit. I swear to God. I was in the back because when I'm in the Barclays, I'm normally like, I'm always in the back, like where everybody not at. So he be floating around, like floating around. But one thing, he was with the Watson brother. And they always be watching you, making sure your phone not out, all that shit. They'll take your phone and like delete a picture. Like, why would you do that? Like, they will take your phone. Like, I've seen it happen at least 3 times. Like, you'll see people like trying to take a picture and he'll just like step in front of him and shit like that. Yeah, no, when you at events, you see him, especially at the end of the night, you know. But he be like you see him, you know, you see him. So you do be looking like this motherfucker's real, like oh shit. Medallions, no, bro, I don't know, man. I only seen him twice. I seen him that one time at Con Algeria, then there was another fight. I forgot which one. It might have been, I don't know. Was it Broner? Mikey Garcia? I don't remember. But he got them shifty eyes. Like, he be walking with his head down and be like looking and shit. Like, you know, them type of eyes and shit. Yeah, I've interviewed Jay Prince 3 times. I've interviewed and talked to Jay Prince like 3 times. Cool ass old head. Dude. You know? This was around the time Shakur Stevenson had gotten to that shit. He was getting into some shit on Twitter about Mayweather's daughter. So I was asking him, like, well, what do you do to help guide a young fighter to make sure they know, like, what the, you know, like, something like that. The interview's on the channel. It was at the Terrence Crawford versus Felix Diaz. I was at that fight. Terrence Crawford versus Felix Diaz fight in Madison Square Garden. It was at the final press conference. That was a significant fight at the time, too. Yeah, I got Tank Davis over Ryan Garcia, bro. I'm sorry. The height is going to be something, but I haven't seen enough from Ryan Garcia to say that he can beat Tank Davis in a 12-round fight or not get caught with some shit. Bro, hey, somebody put this joke in. What happened right there? Why did it say my stream just got disconnected? Oh, yeah, by the way, that J.O. guy, somebody put him on timeout. The guy asked me, did I have Logan Paul beating Mayweather? Can somebody put him on timeout, please? That J.O. is Joe. Somebody put him on timeout. Fine, I'll do it myself. All right, there you go. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, everybody has a right to, you know, ask questions and shit, but it's like, I'm sorry, bro. You know, I'm not apologizing for that. You were wrong. Don't ever come in my chat asking me no shit like that. T Street, would you do a film study on Cove's next opponent? I've seen him fight before. I don't remember, but I've seen him fight before. Yeah, let's go watch some tape. We got, how much time we got left? Let's go watch some tape. What time did we go? Oh, man, I done lost track. How long we been live? 52 minutes. All right, we got 10 minutes left. Yeah, let's go watch some tape. What the hell is this guy's name that Kovalev's fighting before? Oh, Lord, I done forgot. I got Estrada, man. I don't know, man. I like Chocolatito. And I don't like calling no man Chocolatito either. But whatever. Yeah, I've seen this guy fight before. Have I? I'm looking now. Yeah, I've seen him fight multiple times. I've seen him fight before. Here, let's here he is. This is Cole that's fighting. What is this? The 23rd or was the 30th? Is this the same day as the Caleb Plant Truax fight? So he's fighting this dude. Oh my bad, wrong screen. That's not done yet. He's fighting this guy right here. 24 years old. 6-0, 5 KOs. Let's go pull up some tape. Give me some tape, baby. Give me some tape. Oh, man, this is the DAZN tape. I don't want to watch the DAZN tape. Give me some other tape. What tape is this? There's got to be any tape that's not the DAZN tape. Let's see this tape. If it was on the DAZN, we can't watch it. They're on my shit list.
Chief, second only, please.
It is on the DAZN. Damn! We can't watch the tape, y'all. I apologize. We can't watch the tape. No, the DAZN will copyright your shit so fast, man. You know they real thirsty over there for money because they motherfucking, you know, was paying the shit out of people. You know, so they be policing everybody content over here in the States, like sending out copyright strikes like candy. You know? Shane Mosley Quigley, I like that fight. Shane Mosley Jr. Stunk it up his last fight. I covered that joint. You know what? I covered Shane Mosley when he fought in BKB. Remember that shit? The little round circle thing? Remember that? When it was no ropes, but it wasn't bare knuckle. It was big knockout boxing, not bare knuckle boxing. Remember that shit? I covered that shit. Gabe Rosado fought Brian Vera, beat him up. Yeah, man. Yeah, the DAZN be on some bullshit, man. I'll cuss you out. I've been cussing at him. I'm sorry. I'm like, listen, you motherfuckers fucking with my cash, man. You know, y'all on some bullshit. I'll cuss you out. Shit. But yeah, I think we're gonna play some video games later on. I'm gonna go start dinner. I'm making rabbit stew this weekend. Rabbit stew. You know what I want? I want some squirrel meat. I want to start collecting and putting in my freezer like a bunch of exotic ass meats and shit. I want to try to get my hands on some black market moose meat because I heard you can't sell it. You know, but I want some of that. Rosado for Curtis Stevens. I covered that. I covered that shit. I covered those joints. That's crazy. I've been covering all kind of shit. You know, I covered Mickey Rourke fight when he had that shit on his arm when the dude flopped. I covered some bullshit in my day. Let me tell you. I paid my dues, damn it. I covered some bullshit ass fights. Yeah, I want some roux too. I'm gonna give me some of that roux. You ate moose meat with some hamburger helper? or did you have squirrel with hamburger helper? That sounds kind of good. Imagine like you go into somebody's crib and like, what you eating? I just got the squirrel with the hamburger helper. That's some boss ass shit. That's some boss ass shit. Yeah, I covered some low down degenerate trash fights in my time. If you name a degenerate, look, just recently I covered both Sergio Martinez cards and watched them and paid for them in their entirety. And then you got me fucking waking up late missing the Tanaka Ioka fight. That's the type of low-down degenerate I am. It'll be a fight of the year that'll bring me thousands of views and ratings. I fucking oversleep, but let it be some Sergio Martinez bullshit, 45 years old. I'm like, yeah, I'm up. I be backwards sometimes, man. Asshole backwards. I did cover Chavez G versus Arce. And I was deeply upset that I missed the Chavez Jr. fight, his last joint, because I turned my back on him, man. He hurt me too much. Chavez Jr. is a heartbreaker. Shit, you believe in him and you want to give him your boxing love, and all he does is get drunk and smack you around. That's all he does. He's very abusive, man. But I love him to death, man. I don't know why I can't quit him. I did, though. I was like, I'm not doing it tonight, Chavez Jr. You said you wasn't going to hurt us anymore. And turns out, he didn't quit. So he was telling the truth. He was telling the truth. But all right, guys, let me get up out of here. It's T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.